the guys can know.
Hey everyone, I'm Carlos.
I'm Logan.
I'm James, and we're 3 of 4 members of Big Time Rush.
Missing
Kendall is missing for the moment.
Kendall's resting his voice. We have a big show tomorrow at BT Tower, which this might air later. So we had the show at BT Tower, and his voice is a little shot, so he's just resting up.
So, are you enjoying London? Been perfecting your British accent?
Just a little bit. No, it's
You should
terrible.
ask me how my American one is.
Oh, how's your
Yeah,
American? Show us.
Well, give me something to say.
I'm gonna run to the store and go pick. I don't know what should be.
That's good. Let's leave it at that. I'm going to run to the store, right?
Not bad.
Not
bad.
Not
You
bad.
definitely hear a
You
bit
say-
more confidence
say,
behind it.
say,
You got
say.
it.
My favorite singer is Beyonce.
My favourite singer is Beyonce.
There we go.
Not bad.
It's
bad.
it's
Maybe
definitely one of the
I
better
could
ones.
replace Kendall.
Yeah, the 4th member right here.
Fourth member.
Yeah, no, London is amazing. Honestly, it's very cool to be able to walk around everywhere in Los Angeles. We have to drive everywhere. And the architecture is, I think, one of our favorite things because it has so much more history. We have buildings that are from, like, 12th century just walking down the street, where I've got buildings that were built in, like, 1970, and we call them old.
America's great, but this is an awesome change of pace, and the weather here is nice. I like it. It's more chilly.
Really?
So
I
you
don't think I've ever
pull
heard
on the
of
jacket.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever
I gotta say, I think California wins on the weather side.
I
but-
like. Well, it's always sunny where I'm at, so it's fun to have a little,
Cool.
change of pace.
And is this the first time for all of you here?
First time for me.
Europe, yeah.
Oh, cool.
First time in the UK for me.
Oh, cool. So, come on then. What's it like being a successful boy band with a successful TV show?
We couldn't ask for anything more. Honestly, we've been so blessed to have fans that love the show, not only in the U.S. but in Germany and the U.K. and Australia, all around the world. And we're having the time of our lives right now. We're having a great time.
Cool. So, how did it all begin? Where did Big Time Rush come from?
Well, it started as a Nickelodeon show concept with our creator Scott Fellows, and it took 2 years to audition. So basically, they went around trying to find the perfect 4 boys, and first they found these 2 guys, and then like 4 or 5 months later they found me,
Right.
and like a year and a half later we found Kendall.
Oh gosh.
So it was just a long process trying to find the right 4 boys to make this work.
He was late and didn't show up, kind of like now.
There was something like 1,500 people who auditioned, right?
Yeah, there was a
that's
ridiculous
a lot.
amount. I know we did, I don't know the number of it, we did 4 screen tests for the show, or 5, and most shows do 1, so...
Yeah.
In fact, we even shot a pilot with a bit of a different cast. We actually had somebody other than Kendall, but
Really?
the chemistry just wasn't the same, so it's a blessing to have found all 4 of us because our voices just tend to meld together and it works.
Yeah. So you must have been pretty much ecstatic when you found out you got it. What did
Yeah.
you do to celebrate?
Yes. Yeah,
I was actually watching Wall-E with my
Brilliant.
with my little brother, and I got the call and I was like, I gotta answer this. I was like, I'll be right back. Don't move. And I went outside and they told me, and I was so happy. I even cried, I think, because I was just it was one of those moments that all my life I've been pursuing acting and trying to do my passion. And I finally got the chance, and it was just it all came full circle. And I was like, yes. I remember going back into the movie theater and I watched the rest of the movie. When it was over, he was like, "So, did you like it?" I was like, I don't know what happened. I don't remember one thing. My mind was totally somewhere else. I was so happy.
I was
So.
at my house, and I think I didn't even get excited at that point. I was just like, when's work? I'm ready to start working. I was like, I've waited 2 years. Like, I'm so ready right now. I was like, so when are we having it?
How about you?
I think we all expected a life change because, of course, we're going to be working a lot. We're going to have a TV show, but I don't think we could have expected it all when it happened. We had high expectations, and I think we've exceeded even all of them. Partially, looking at the numbers, being the biggest premiere in the history of Nickelodeon, but beyond that, just the fact that I'm here in London right now for work. I mean, it's just it's still every day it blows my mind that I get to do what I do for a living.
And for those of our viewers that don't know about the show, sort of what is it about? What's the plot? What goes on?
Well, in the show, it's essentially about the 4 of us who are hockey players in the middle of the country, in the United States, and we get this opportunity to go to Los Angeles and become a band. My character has the passion to be this pop star, and he's super cocky, but I can't do it without, Kendall, and then we can't do it without them, and it's this whole really huge message of teamwork and sticking together and taking an opportunity as crazy as it may seem, because it could change your life.
There's plenty of storylines within the show and the second season of Carlos's character and my own, and then all 4 of us together, and so it's crazy shenanigans we get into, and it's funny and it's cool. It's a lot of fun.
And of course, with that, you have an album out there now.
Oh, yeah.
How does that feel?
Pretty cool.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's pretty surreal. I mean, it's like the best of both worlds, you know. And then the shows, the live shows, and then actually, you know, shooting the show. It's just so cool.
Sony Columbia they've been great with us, you know, they've been there from the very beginning, and so, you know, we are taking a crazy trip, crazy journey, and it's just started.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny when you look at a lot of younger kids. Sometimes they only know us from the show,
Yeah.
and they don't realize that we're actually a band. But then we look at a lot of our older fans, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I heard you have a TV show. That's great. But I love your single with Snoop Dogg." You know, I mean, they don't really
Yeah.
know the music, so it's kind of cool to bring both those demographics together through music and the show.
And it never gets boring, either.
Yeah. Well, you said Snoop Dogg. I mean, to do a collaboration with him, what was that like?
Our first album, oh man.
It's an honor.
I could have never expected that, honestly.
Yeah, he's great. I mean, we all grew up listening to his music. He's a legend. You say his name anywhere around the world and people know who he is. So the fact that he not only agreed to work with us, but was excited to do it and really had a good time, and now he wants to write another song and come on the show again, it's just amazing. We're really blessed to have had that chance and hopefully have another chance in the future.
And I hear you're going on tour. Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you touring?
Well, we're gonna be coming back here in April for the album release. Our album
Cool.
comes out on April 19th.
April 18th.
Sorry, April 18th. But we have a show on April 19th at the Shepherd's Bush Empire.
Cool.
So we're super excited, guys.
Get
Get your
tickets
tickets.
now.
Shepherd's Bush
Yes.
Empire, April 19th, 2011. Big Time
Put on
Rush.
your dancing shoes.
We're super excited about that because it'll be our first real show out here
Yeah.
in the UK, and yeah, you
We're
know.
actually going back to the States right after this and doing a radio tour, so we'll be, you know,
Cool.
hanging out with all the hit radio stations back in the States.
God, you're busy guys, aren't
Busy,
you? So, can we talk about fans for a minute?
Please, yes.
Because boy band fans are notoriously quite crazy sometimes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, do you have any funny fan stories you can tell me about?
We have the best fans,
We
honestly.
really do.
We
We love
talking-
crazy fans.
You know, for me, a crazy moment. We were in, I forget which city we were in, but it was during our high school tour. That we went to different high schools, and we did a partnership with Walgreens, and we went out, and we performed at certain schools, and then did a signing at the mall in their town.
Cool.
And we were leaving the mall in our bus, and we were like, that was great. It was like 8:30. We saw Chick-fil-A. It's just chicken sandwiches.
On like the outskirts of the mall.
We were like, we have to go there. We have to go there. So the bus stops, and we get out, and we get in, and we're like, dude, Chick-fil-A. And we're ordering our food, and we turn around. There's like 100 fans all
Running
like
up to the
in the building. We were like, this was
The
not
first
a good
few
idea.
were like acting like they were buying chicken sandwiches,
And
and
then
then all of them piled in.
And eventually they started screaming, and I come up to the counter, and we had a couple like security guards escorting us, and of course
Yeah.
I got on the radio. I think we had something like 16 or 20 police officers show
Right.
up
It
and
was-
make like a barricade standing there. But we figure, I mean, people had.
I mean, it was nuts, and it was kind of surreal because, I mean, we're hometown boys,
Yeah.
and we,
The fans have been there from
it's
the
crazy.
beginning. They've grown with us, and you know what? They're so dedicated and so sweet. And at the shows, they really have a great time, and that's what it's all about for us.
So, screaming fans, coping mechanisms. Do you have any earplugs?
What?
Like screaming.
I'm deaf in this ear. Maybe this
See, I
one.
fell for that one.
Yeah, no, there's no way to get around some of the screaming fans. We were at one signing in particular where this girl had like this ridiculously loud scream. And so out of curiosity, when she got closer, I think it was right in front of you, because I was on this side of the table, I was like, hey, scream as loud as you can. It literally knocked us back in our seat. We had to stop for like 5 minutes. It was so loud. I mean, it's kind of impressive.
Oh my god! Oh, my ears are bleeding.
Oh, what do you know? Nice to meet you. I can't hear anymore.
No, they're awesome though.
That's cool.